Guys, you're currently watching a clip from our weekly podcast, Never Onside. The full podcast is available in audio format on Spotify and in video format on YouTube. So go subscribe to us and press on the notifications. It helps us a lot. Thank you.
To the European League since this there is an international break this week. So we'll just have a look at how all the leagues are currently in Europe and the past game week as well. So let's start with La Liga. Nothing surprising here again. Barcelona played on Saturday. This was an easy game on paper, but the fact that Elche got a red card in the starting 20 minutes made it even more simple. And generally, teams tend to sit, and at first I thought, Elche will sit now and it will be difficult to open them up, but they weren't that they weren't that the way they were playing. They didn't sit at all, and like they sat for a while, but yeah, it was easy. And the way Pedri played, uh, uh, I am literally out of words. The way he has been playing, he can play as a six as well, as a creative eight as well, and sometimes as a number 10 as well. So the flexibility which he's showing at this age, he's just 19 years old. So probably I'm a big fan of Iniesta, but even I have to say the way he's playing, even Iniesta wasn't that good at 19, 20
Oh,
years. So I know Iniesta and
big
Xavi
comeback.
eventually they got good at the age of 20. They were good, but they shared it on a global scale. But yeah, Pedri has a lot more things he can offer, and he has been showing. So definitely one player who has to, like, he's currently the heart of Barcelona, like even more than Lewandowski. He's the one who affects the game more and sets the pattern and tempo of the game. So yeah, he was good. Leva, as usual, scoring for fun. He's the top scorer now with 9 to 10 goals. I'm not sure. Yeah, 9 goals, and Dembele also assisting. So a good game for Barcelona and easy win for them. So let's move on to Athletic Club. So actually, not many are familiar, but Athletic Club recently got in Valverde, who was a Barcelona coach 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago, and he was criticized a lot. But in all, he is a good coach, and definitely Athletic Club is on the rise, and he has been getting constant results for them in the past 2 weeks. So again, a good match for them, and definitely a club to watch out for in La Liga. And to end the week with the Madrid derby, uh, it felt like a game played in a parallel universe where Atletico Madrid were trying to play the game and Madrid sat back and played on the counter attack. So again, generally it's the other way around, but a fun game. Atletico Madrid started the game very well, had 2 3 good chances, didn't finish them, but you can't give Real Madrid any chance, right? So the way they just got the ball, switched it up, Valverde ran through it, gave the ball to Chouameni, and Chouameni again. I've been singing praises of Chouameni in our
Yeah.
podcast for quite a while now, and if whoever saw the game would definitely see the player he is and the way he is contributing. He also plays as a 6 8, and he can put some crazy balls in the box, and he gets the ball as well from opponents. So good deal for him. He has absolutely, there is no reason for any Real Madrid fan to miss Casemiro. He has entered the system so well, and the way Ancelotti has also introduced him, and he gives the freedom to his players. Definitely has played a good role for Chouameni's growth, and hopefully he can keep it. And it will be a good competition for La Liga as well between Pedri and Chouameni, the two youngsters who currently are at a good level currently. So yeah, that was it for La Liga. Let's have a look at their table again. Nothing surprising. Real Madrid at top, Barcelona second. They drew their first game, so that is why. And Real Betis, who has been playing really good, they are third and fourth. As I mentioned, Athletic Club to watch out for. I think they might be a good competition in the third, fourth spot. So definitely a club to watch out for. And if you can see, Atletico Madrid is at seventh. They have been playing very poor, not their usual standards. We saw it in the Champions League as well, in League as well. They have been playing on and off. A few good games, a few bad games, and that's why they are currently at seventh. So I hope Atletico and Real Sociedad like pull up their socks and push for that top four spots, because those are the two teams which generally give a good competition and have the decent squad to play in that area. Do you are you surprised about anything, or is it just normal?
No, for me, Real and Barca, as we expected, Atletico is the big surprise here, who would be in the top three for sure. Yeah, and I've not been watching a lot of La Liga matches, but Osasuna also have played a lot of good matches. They have defeated some of the big sides, I think, and Real Sociedad also in the eighth spot. So the big surprise surely is Atletico, and especially with Griezmann also being trolled for the 35 minutes that they keep playing them. Yeah, that is
Yes.
it.
Yeah, so I have been hearing some rumors. There has been a renegotiating of the contract about that. As you might be aware, if he plays more than certain amount of games for more than 30 minutes, so Atletico Madrid has to buy him for 40 million from Barca. But the figure is being renegotiated, so we might see in the few weeks Griezmann getting the starting spot from the event start at the game. So I'm not
I
a
think he started the last game. I'm
Yes,
not
he
sure.
started because
Yeah.
he currently suits the system very well, and yeah, so it was a must. But there are certain the games has to be a certain number of games. So yeah, he can as of now. Simeone can manage maybe a 1-2 starts in those important games for Griezmann. But yeah, against the lower sides, I think he wouldn't risk it unless it's finalized.
All right.
So
Moving
so
on
let's continue.
to Bundesliga, and the most surprising result the first thing you would notice it's that Bayern has lost points to Augsburg. This is something like their first defeat since February 2020 or something like that. The first time they have blanked in 20, that was in 2020. So that explains the level in which these we expect from Bayern Munich, and they have, I think, last three games they have drawn, and this is the fourth game in which they have lost right now. And this was a crazy match in which Augsburg got the first goal, and then in the 95th minute, Neuer was in the penalty box. He almost scored an equalizer with a header, and it was saved by their keeper. And if you notice that Bayern has been playing well, it's just the fact that some of the performance by their opposition goalkeepers were superhuman. So that is the reason why they have not won these matches. They have been getting chances. Mane, Sane, everyone is getting a lot of chances, but they are not converting it because of the heroics from the opposition goalkeeper. And Nagelsmann is being put under scrutiny because of these performances, and because the standard at Bayern is so high that you can't afford to draw even three matches. And the only good part about the UCL was that they won against Barcelona after that first half performance, and that saved his neck to an extent, and people started backing him. But if they had lost that match as well, then we would have been hearing a lot of rumors. Right now, we are hearing a lot of rumors about Tuchel, how he is being available. A person who has managed a Bundesliga side, and a person who has won the Champions League with Chelsea, and you can't get a better replacement for Nagelsmann, and he must be looking down his neck and looking back to see where Tuchel is, what he's doing, because his job will be under threat once if Bayern continues this form, and the board has backed him, but with Bayern you don't accept mediocrity at all. Yeah, so that is it. And FC Union Berlin won against Wolfsburg 2-0, and this took them to the top of the table. And Borussia Dortmund won 1-0. I'm sure you guys would have seen Ruiz being stretched off. And initially, we thought that he would miss the World Cup, but thankfully, it's just 2-3 weeks, hopefully, for him. And yeah, Bayern Leverkusen again continuing their terrible start to the season, 1-1 draw against Bremen. Yeah, so that's it. Let's move on to the table right now, and you will see surprisingly that Bayern Munich. The first thing you notice is that what is that? Like Dortmund is second as expected, but Bayern Munich, where are they? Like, did they get transferred to some other league? Because they're in the fifth spot, and how many points do they have? 7 matches played and 12 points. That is crazy. For the I have a stat which shows that in Augsburg had 8 shots in the first half. This is the most that any team has managed in the first half against Bayern. So there are defensive issues as well, which Nagelsmann has to rectify, and I'm sure they'll be back on top of the table. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. Again, let's move on to the next league, that is League One. So again, nothing surprising. The only surprising part about League One this week was Marseille, who was the neck to neck competition, was giving a neck to neck competition to PSG,
Yeah.
dropped points, while PSG, who played against a rival, we can say Lyon, they scored a goal and won the game. So I'm not sure how Messi didn't score a hat trick in this game. Uh,
Mm.
he had lots of chances, but again, how the scoreline is 1-0, I'm not sure. Even Leon had some very good chances. Lacazette had chances, so I'm not sure how the scoreline is 1-0, but it was 1-0, and definitely there were few more goals in this game, but keeper and defenders just saved it and made the scoreline as it is. And Marseille dropped points, as we mentioned, and Monaco won 3-0, and the other usual suspects such as Lille, again 2-1 won the game. So yeah, everything was smooth sailing in this week for most of the major teams. So let's go on to the points table. Again, till last week, it was neck to neck between PSG and Marseille, but we can see there is a 2 point gap this week. And again, this is the start probably of the difference between the two teams. Again, we can see on third and fourth, not our usual suspects, Lorient and Lens, who we don't are not aware as much about them. But yeah, in fifth place we can see Monaco. In sixth place we can see Lyon and Lille. So the major culprits are just below the table, like at fifth, sixth, seventh position. And it wouldn't, if we take a look at the table after a few weeks, we would see probably them in the top four, and the top four being full of normal competition and the usual suspects. So yeah, as of now, it's smooth sailing for most of the clubs. So yeah, that's it for League One. So
Now
let's move.
moving on to Serie A. This is probably the best league to follow right now. I would say Premier League comes second right now because of the drama that is happening in the Serie A. You get coaches being red carded like anything. Every game you see a coach being red carded, sent to the stands, and now they don't even show the dugout because they go directly to the director's box where the manager is sitting. That is the state of the Serie A right now. And in this game week, you can see Roma lost against Atlanta, and surprisingly, again, Mourinho got red carded because he walked right into the pitch and started quarreling with the referee because he thought it was a penalty, but the referee gave a free kick to the opposition side. So he just came onto the pitch and started abusing the referee. The referee came and gave him a red card, and Roma lost to Atlanta. And then if you see, AC Milan has lost, Roma has lost, Juventus has lost, and Inter Milan has lost. So the four big hitters have lost, and this is the first time since 1955 that all four of them has lost. So, so this is fun time to be following Serie A, and Milan versus Napoli was another blockbuster match in the Serie A this week, and I think Dest got his full debut in Serie A this week, and he conceded the penalty, so it was not a great introduction for him. And so Napoli scored twice, and I've been very impressed with Napoli lately, especially with the performance against Liverpool. And yeah, Juventus struggling. Allegri is in big trouble because with the other teams, with Roma, with Milan, with Inter. with Napoli, you can see that those teams are playing. It's just that they are not scoring or they are not winning one match. But with Juventus, they're struggling as a team, and Allegri will get the sack surely. And in this match, in with Monza one, it was the first win of this season, and Juventus had a red card. Angel Di Maria, who came back from injury, he he got red carded and eventually lost Juventus all 3 points because there was no hope for them coming back. Yeah. So that is it from Serie A. Let's move on to the table. And this is Napoli topping the table and Atlanta following second. Udine is also very impressive. They're third and Lazio doing fourth. AC Milan, Roma, Inter, Juventus following them closely at fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth spot. Except for Juventus, I expect everyone else to climb up the table. Yeah, so that is it. Napoli very impressive. Roma used to grind out result. Milan also good. Inter Milan also have the capability to move up. So that is it from Serie A.
So that was a good roundup of the games in all the leagues that have been happening till now. So hopefully we'll again before the World Cup starts, we'll have a look at how things are in different leagues, and we'll get a more clear picture about it. So let's move on